Hi, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing this week? Right. Sorry, just adjusting my volumes here, and we are going to jump right in. All right. I'm Jacqui Duran, independent Scentsy Consultants, and I come to you guys every single week with a new training video. Obviously, this is to help you guys with your business. It's a really great way for me to connect directly with my downline and my team, because a good majority of them are busy people like I am. And the majority also live out of state from me. So the beauty of Sensi is being able to do this on your schedule, and regardless of where you live, how close you are to your sponsor, it truly makes no difference. I love the fact that we can work these businesses so successfully and not have to be like all in one geographic area. So just my 2 cents, but there it is. So anyway, welcome to another wonderful week. According to my records, we are on week 26. 26. Can you believe that? We are all the way into July. I have done this weekly video every single week since January, the very first week in January of 2015. And here we are already in July. It's amazing. I'm proud of you guys. For those of you who follow me and subscribe along, and if you can't join live, then you're watching it on playback. For those of you I've met, you guys are just fantastic. So I hope that these help you, and I always take inspiration from you. So I appreciate you very, very much. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are. So if you're joining for the first time this week, make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button when this is posted to YouTube. I don't know if you can do it when it's in the Google Hangout like this. I'm going to have to attend a Google Hangout, so that way I can see what I can do from your side. So if anybody out there is interested in doing a Google Hangout, please invite me, and I would love to be on the opposite end. So maybe that way I can, I don't know, better help you guys as you follow along. I don't know. So thank you. Join in July. I'm calling it join in July. We had join in June. We have join in July. And even though that's technically not like the name of joining in July, I'm totally going to own it, because I think everybody, if you didn't join in June, you certainly need to join in July, because trust me, guys, I don't care what they throw at us in August, but I can tell you that joining for $49 is unheard of in the Sensi world. Okay, unheard of. This is unprecedented. So even for those of you out there who are hobby Sensi lovers, like I was, this is the perfect opportunity to join, because for $49 you can own your own Sensi business. And even if this is a hobby and you want to work it, just to kind of $39, it's not a huge investment. You can totally do that. I can show you how to make it right back even within your month, so you really won't even be out any money, and you're going to have a business on top of it, and who knows where it might lead to. You have no idea. You may jump into this and be like, yeah, and shoot for the fences and totally blow it out of the water. Or you may say, you know what, I really like doing this as a hobby. I'm able to make enough money to support my Sensi habit and get my Sensi for free and not have to pay anything out of pocket for it, and that's awesome. That's awesome. So it's so great to be able to have this join in July promotion. So jump right on in. It's unprecedented. For $49. Now you can still join for the normal price, right? It's $99 US, 119 Canadian. And you can get the full normal regular size starter kit that you always would any other time of the year. But if you are looking for a deal, and if you're looking for a promotion and you don't want to break the bank to start your business, I suggest you join for the $49 kit. It's $49 US, $59 Canadian. And what you get is it's called the Essentials Spring and Summer Starter Kit. What is that? It's everything that you need to start your business. The main difference, at least to me, is the fact that they give you the full set of mini testers instead of party testers. So let me grab my testers here. Or these are I keep a little basket of all the scent of the month testers when I get them in, because then that way, when I have my basket and my tote parties that go out, I totally set everything up like grab and go, grab and go, grab and go. That's how everything is set up because that's how I work. But I keep this little basket here. So the scent of the month testers just kind of sit here ready to go. So when I've got a basket party ready to go out, I can very quickly grab one of them and shove them in. So let me just show you a difference in size. So here's the party tester. That's the party tester there. And this is what we call the mini party tester. Obviously, mini, look, it's a little mini me of the party tester. But truly, that is like the main difference in the two starter kits, right? Because these guys are more expensive to buy a whole set of those. These guys are less expensive to buy. And honestly, if it's me, I mean, the majority of my business is all long distance basket parties and on the go things. I don't do home parties. I do very few events. And so I personally, I give 100% props to the mini testers because these guys run my business for me. These are my business, the core of my business right here in this little mini tester. So honestly, getting these instead of the party testers, I just my opinion, but I think you're actually winning. So anyway, you need to make sure you current consultants out there, you need to make sure that you are letting any of those people that you have been talking to over the months, over the years, anything like that, your friends who maybe are those customers who just buy from you every single month, you need to be reaching out and saying, hey, just letting you know, we've got this $49 join special and you'd be able to support your Sensi habit if that's what it is. Or I know that you've been thinking about joining Sensi, but the $99 was just, it was kind of just that one last stick in the mud. You just couldn't get past to get into it. And this is a really great opportunity. So make sure that you're telling people about it. An exciting thing for me personally, you guys know that I promoted to star last month. And so I'm working on really expanding my business. And so I expanded to include Region 1. And Region 1 includes Canada and Mexico. So, I mean, Canada and Mexico just better watch out because Jacqui's coming. I'm very excited to do it. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while because I have some friends who live in Canada, and I have some friends who also live in Mexico and family members, or my friends have family members who live down in Mexico. So it's something that I've been just wanting to do anyway. And I thought this was just the best time for me to do it. So I did it and I'm very excited. So if you're not yet a consultant and you live in Mexico or you live in Canada, please make sure that you're grabbing my contact information if you don't already have it, and shoot me an email because I am ordering some catalogs, Canadian catalogs, and some of the Spanish catalogs, and I would love to be able to branch out and to be able to send these to you. So feel free to contact me and give me your mailing address, and I will be more than happy to get that out to you. And maybe, I don't know, throw in a sample, because who doesn't love a scent sample? I haven't met anybody yet. Okay, so tonight, another great, perfect opportunity to discuss the commission structure with Sensi. Sorry, very thirsty. When I first joined Sensi, donuts. I don't think I have a catalog handy. However, when I first joined Sensi, all the catalogs had a commission sales chart in them. And it was very confusing, very daunting, very intimidating looking at this chart. In fact, let me grab one because I believe my old catalogs are sitting right there, and I just want to give you a quick visual. So hold that thought. Okay, so, okay, perfect example. This is fall and winter 2014. This is last season. And in the very back of the book was the commission plan chart. So this is what we're going to discuss tonight. So this is what was and is very intimidating, and to be quite honest, a little darn confusing. I'm pretty open with you guys. My weekly confessional. I have to say, for probably about the first maybe 2.5 years of my Sensi journey, did not understand this chart at all. Didn't make a lick of sense. Looking at it, trying to match things up, going, what is it? I don't understand. What, am I getting this? Am I not getting this? I don't know what's happening here. And so it was very hard for me. And I don't know why. I just couldn't get it, but I just didn't. But anyway, so when we changed catalogs and we came into the catalog that we're in now, the spring and summer 2015 catalog, they completely, so if you just joined and you might be looking for this in your catalog, you're not going to find it. Okay, you aren't. You can find this, however, in the workstation under your resource tab. You can search for compensation plan and it should pull it right up. Or if you have your starter kit, you can look in your new consultant book, and it should be in, I'm fairly certain it is in there. And last but not least, I've got a bunch of old catalogs. So if you would like me to send you a previous generation catalog so you can get this and maybe cut it out and laminate it so you would have it, I'd be more than happy to do that for you too. But anyway, so they decided when we went to this new catalog not to include it because they kind of were of the same thinking as I am. It's a little confusing, and why not, instead of filling up a page that's just going to confuse people anyway, and they're really not going to look out too deeply, let's fill it with more Sensi products. So that's what they did. Genius idea. I love it. Because I would have like potential team members who would ask me, they were thinking about Sensi, they'd look in the catalog, they'd look back where it said join, and they would always see that chart, and I would always get questions. I would dread it because I'm like, ugh, I barely understand that thing. How am I going to explain it to somebody? Because when I am training or leading my team or anything like that, I want to have a really good grasp on the topic and be able to give them the information. And so it makes me feel like a failure when I can't, really understand it myself to be able to give it to other people. So I decided I needed to figure out what the heck that chart meant. So I wanted to come and help you guys out with that as well. I don't want it to intimidate you guys. So this video is not meant to intimidate you. It is not meant to try to confuse you. I'm going to try to break it down as much as I can for you. So you can actually use it as a really good tool to fuel your personal goals and what you want out of Sensi. Because honestly, that's what we're here for. That is exactly what we are here for, is to be able to give you the tools to set forth, make your decision where your path is going to be, and then take that path. Awesome. So we are no longer going to be intimidated by this. By all means, if you have questions after you watch this and you're still just like, this chart makes no sense, feel free to, of course, contact your sponsor, your director, your upline, and say, hey, will you explain this to me? Because I'm not understanding. And if you can't get a hold of them, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to try and explain it a little bit better if I don't explain it well tonight. I will promise to do my best. I promise, I promise, I promise. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen because I have a present for you. I thought it would be, I really thought it would be a fun thing if I gave it to you in more of a visual format. So you're seeing here, I'm popping over. I have made up a quick little PowerPoint that we can go through. So hopefully I'm a very visual person, and hopefully this will help you too. If not, I apologize and just pay no attention to my visual aid. So this is what we're going to talk about, the commission structure. And I told her I was going to call her out, and I totally am. So Jessica, beware of the paparazzi. They are totally going to be sitting outside your door tomorrow. You are now famous. My friend Jessica from Minnesota, she is awesome. You can see her there. Look, her awesome spirit is shining through. And so she was my inspiration for tonight's topic. So give all the props to Jessica for the suggestion tonight. There it is. All right, so here's our breakdown. This is that lovely, amazing, intimidating, scary chart that we just looked at in the book, okay? There are a few things that we are going to talk about here. Let's see, where do I begin? Over there, and I apologize if I'm saying right and it's really your left, so just bear with me on that. But on my left, it says rank, and that's where you see superstar director, star director, director, superstar consultant, star, lead, certified, essential. Obviously, those are the ranks of consultants that we have. Now, when everybody starts out, you automatically start out as an essential consultant. Then you promote to certified, to lead, to star, and go back up the ladder there. The next little section there in purple is responsibilities. So this is what we're going to talk about when we talk about what we need to do to get to that next rank. So if we want to promote, what do we need to do to promote? And once we've promoted, what do we need to do to get paid the bonuses that correspond to the rank? The next section, the green, the yellow, and the orange, I'm calling it orange, burnt sienna, whatever you'd like. That is where your bonuses kick in, okay? And that's what we're going to go over. So very quickly, and again, this chart just, it's not working for me. Probably maybe like it hasn't worked for a lot of you. It just doesn't seem to click for me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just how it's figured out. I don't know. But some key terms that you kind of need to know even before you're looking at this compensation chart is like the terminology that we're using. So you have in this first column here under responsibilities, it will say personal retail volume or PRV. Your personal retail volume is basically your retail sales. Next, you have group wholesale volume. Now, you might be asking yourself, wholesale volume, what does wholesale mean? What does that refer to? Wholesale equals 75% of whatever the retail sales are. So for example, let's say that I had 1,000 in PRV. So 1,000 in PRV, and we would take that times 0.75, and that would be what our actual wholesale price is. Confusing, I know. Again, I don't know why they did it this way. I can explain it. I was not there for the brainstorming sessions. So anyway, so like, let's say I did 1,000 in PRV in a month. That basically boils down to 750 in wholesale volume. Team wholesale volume. So there's that wholesale word again. And you might be thinking to yourself, what's the difference between a group and a team? Good question. Now, basically, until you get up to director level, your group and your team are always going to be the same. Okay. It doesn't really kick in until you become a director. So hopefully out there, if you are getting ready to promote to director, this compensation plan makes absolute perfect sense. And you're going to have no problem knowing what you need to do to get paid at director level and how to achieve director level. But until then, you guys can all just kind of consider group and team basically the same thing. But what it boils down to is your team is everybody who is under you, who doesn't have a director, who's not you. Like, let's say I'm a director. So everybody on my downline, if none of them are directors, they're all my team. Now my group is a little different, because if I'm a director and let's say Letitia on my team also becomes a director, everybody who is under her, so her immediate downline and the people that they have recruited and are her team members, that's going to be her group, right? That's no longer a part of my team. That's going to be everybody else that I have on my team. Gosh, I'm just sitting here saying it like that doesn't even make sense as the words are coming out of my mouth. I apologize. So a team is everybody under you who doesn't have a director, and a group is everyone under you until somebody becomes a director. Hope that kind of makes sense a little. Maybe I can make another graph for it. Next up here, we have active frontline consultants. And you guys know what an active consultant is. That's when you hit $150 in PRV in 1 month. That is what we consider active status. And frontline is obviously, that means there is who you have directly recruited on your team, right? That's your frontline. Those are the people who have signed under you, and you are their sponsor. First generation directors, first generation, that means that, let's say Letitia, no, let me do this a different way. Let's say my team member, Lauren, who has a team member under her, Brandy, and let's say Brandy just completely rocks it out and next month promotes to director. She is not my front line, okay, because she is not somebody who I recruited and I'm her sponsor, but she is my first generation because it's kind of like your second cousin twice removed kind of thing. Because Lauren, who I recruited, Brandy joined under Lauren. So that's how we're related in the Scentsy family. She would be my first generation director. She promoted up to director. So that kind of explains the purple part, right? That's your monthly responsibilities, okay? So as you'll see there at the bottom, essential consultant, you have none of those boxes are filled out, right? You don't have a single responsibility. You start out over there in rewards, you'll see your commission from personal retail volumes, your commission from your PRV. Everybody starts out as an essential consultant, and everybody starts out making 20% commission. Once you hit 1,000 PRV, and there's a little asterisk there because what that means is that's cumulative. So it doesn't have to all be in 1 month. It doesn't have to even be in 2 months. It might be in 3 or 4 months. You hit 1,000 finally. It's cumulative. So once you hit that cumulative 1,000 PRV, you are automatically promoted to a certified consultant, and you get your very first pay raise. You automatically bump up to 25% commission from your personal retail volume or your PRV. You'll see that in the green there. So let's say you're doing that. Now you've started to build a team, okay? Or maybe you started building a team before that, but you've started to build a team. You are now on your way to lead. So what do you have to do to promote to a lead? Well, your responsibilities there are you have to have 500 PRV in 1 month, and your group wholesale volume. So your group is everybody under you, and wholesale is 75% of retail sales has to equal 1,000. And the workstation is really nice because it already figures that for us. When you're on mobile, it's really great because they've made it very clear and concise and beautiful and pretty. So you can very easily see your GWV right away. Again, group and team. So group wholesale volume and team wholesale volume. Don't try and worry about it, understanding that until you get ready to promote to director. When you're right at that line for director, that's when you need to either come back to this video, look at this compensation chart, reach out to your sponsor, to your director, to your superstar director, or even call Scentsy Consultant support and say, hey, explain this to me because it's still not clicking. If you're at that point, then that's when you need to start asking, but because that's really when it's going to make a difference. But until then, you can just kind of concentrate on the group wholesale volume. So anyway, you and your team under you has to have 1,000 GWV in 1 month. And maybe you have one person, maybe you have 3 people underneath you, but at least one of those has to be active. And remember, active means they've sold $150 in that month minimum. Once you do those 3 things, you promote to a lead consultant. Now you'll see over here into the green and the yellow. Now you're still going to get paid at 25% commission on your PRV, but now is where your rewards and your bonuses start kicking in. So now you're going to get a bonus from your personal wholesale volume. So take whatever your PRV is. Maybe you got $1,000 this month, and so that's your PRV. So you're going to bonus on wholesale, which is 75% of that. So you're going to bonus 2% on $750 plus 25% on your $1,000. Then you're also going to bonus an extra 2% on your direct frontline, who are either an essential or a certified consultant. Now you might be asking yourself, why? What if I have a team member who's a lead underneath me? Why is she not listed there? How come that's not there? That's because if you are an equal title as someone on your group, everybody underneath you, then you're not going to get paid on them. You're not going to bonus off of them, rather. Let me put it that way. You're not going to bonus off of them simply because your goal as a consultant when you're building a team is to always be one step higher than your team members, because that's when you're going to be able to bonus off of the people who are on your team or in your group, okay? And then you'll see as you bump up the chart there, you'll see star consultant. So like last month, that's how I did it. I had at least $500 in PRV. Me and my entire downline, so my group as a whole, we had $2,500. Actually, I think we ended up with like $2,700 or $2,800 for the month. And I obviously at least had 2 active frontline consultants. I think I had 5 or 6. 5 or 6 of them were actually active. I'm still running all my monthly reports from last month, so I can give all of my kudos out. So, but I definitely got that. So that's why I was able to promote to star, because I hit all 3 of those things. And then you'll see there the bonuses that kind of correlate with those. And then you kind of go on and up that ladder. So now remember, guys, this is your business, your decision. You have to decide. Are you a hobby consultant? Are you strictly doing this as a hobby to maybe support that Scentsy habit? You know, you just want to be able to make enough money to buy the Scentsy that you want every month and not have it come out of your personal checking account or your credit card or whatever. Or are you a part-time consultant? Are you somebody who is doing Scentsy to make this like a part-time income? That's like where I am right now, right? I have my full-time job. My Scentsy is my part-time income. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you are a working mom like me and you're like, man, I really want to make this my full-time job. So you're deciding that this is going to be your full-time gig, right? This is what you want to do. So you have to go back and remember your why. Why did you start Sensi? Why are you continuing to do Sensi? Why do you want to join Sensi? Is it to be able to pay for dance classes for the kids, or help take care of like the football equipment costs, things like that? Maybe you've got an older child who's getting ready to go into college or wants to buy a car, or you just want to be able to chunk away money all throughout the year and put it into a holiday or a Christmas fund at the end of the year. Whatever your why is, that's what you need to be focusing on. Why is it you're working your business? If you don't have a why, you need to sit down and put some time and thought into it and decide, what is my why? Why am I doing this? Because if you can't stop thinking about it, you're not going to stop working for it. It's very true. So that's when you need to decide, after you've figured out your why and you've figured out where you're at on that chart. Are you a hobby, part-time, full-time person? So you have to say, okay, if you're really going to make this into a part-time or a full-time income, especially full-time income, are you ready to build a team? Because if this is just for you, if this is strictly going to be just your hobby thing and it's just for fun, you don't want to put too much effort into this, it doesn't have to be that, okay? This can be exactly just that. It can just be something fun that you do, you know, maybe once a month or something. You don't have to build a team. You just do your own business. You figure out whatever sales that you want to hit that month, and then you just reap in that monthly commission check. Now, if you want a part-time or a full-time income, that is when you really need to start deciding and looking at and working towards building a team, because that is where that income is going to come from, guys. So it all boils down to, this is your business, your decision. You make the rules. You are the CEO. That is the beauty of Sensi. Now, I know I tell my team this all the time, and I know I've probably told you guys this 100 times as well, over the, last 26, what did I say week we're on? 26 week, over the last 26 weeks, maybe longer. You know, I'm here to support all of you. I truly, truly, truly am of the mindset, whatever we're calling it, that I want everybody to succeed. We are truly not here to compete against each other. My friend Jessica, who, you know, gave me the inspiration for tonight, you know, we're not on the same team. We don't have the same director. We don't have the same sponsor. You know, she lives in Minnesota. I live in Missouri. We just happen to connect via social media and just kind of bonded. And, you know, now we text each other. We, you know, message each other. You know, we're here to support each other. You know, I'm not in competition with her. I'm not here to try and compete against her. So what do? I surround myself with people who think like I do. Somebody who's there to give and share ideas and collaborate together and just really support each other, because most of us are moms, husbands, wives. We have lives outside of Sensi. And so in order to keep that positivity and that atmosphere going, you need to surround yourself with the people who are going to think like you. So find the Jessicas in your life, and you need to connect with them and keep them in your gang. I talk about my gang a lot. Your gang is awesome, okay? Those are the people that are going to support you. So very quickly, I'm going to go through these slides here. So your first goal, if you just started out, you're an essential consultant. How do you become a certified consultant? You need to get that 1,000 cumulative PRV. Okay. As soon as you do that, you get a 5% raise. Your title changes to certified consultants on the website, and you're going to make 25% commission from now on out forever. And you're well on your way. And then await the congratulatory posts on Facebook or in your team groups or on Instagram, or from people like me who are like, oh, you did it. Rock on. Once you've got that down, you've got that in the bag, now you're ready to move on to lead, right? So we're going to go back to that chart. We're breaking that chart down is what we're doing here. So you need to have $500 in PRV in 1 month. You need to at least have one team member who is active. Remember, that's 150 in minimum sales. And your group wholesale volume has to be a minimum of $1,000 or more. You do all that, you promote to lead. And what happens? Well, I wrote, do this and you'll promote to certified consultant. Scratch that. Let's put the term lead consultant in, because that's what I'm trying to say there. I apologize for my bad slide. But this is also, and as with any promotion, it's effective for the month in which you achieved it. So even if you got it at the very end, like I did, literally almost the very end of June, I hit star numbers, right? And I got everything I needed. It still was retroactive for the whole month of June. So I'm still going to bonus out based on the entire month of June. Group wholesale volume, all of that is going to factor in. So that's what's going to happen there. And then you await the celebration posts. Next up, after you get lead in the hat, where are you going to go next? You're going to become a star. You're going to sell 500 PRV personally. You're going to at least have $2,500 in your team wholesale volume or group wholesale volume. You probably don't have any directors yet in between you and the rest of the team, but or group, but you know. And then you're at least going to have 2 active frontline consultants, at least 2. Okay. That's what you need to do to be able to achieve the promotion of star consultant. Do all of those, same thing's going to happen. Now, the big key here is to start building your team wide. That's what's going to help you get there. So that means you're going to have to start working your business on a more consistent basis. If this is something that you're going to aim for and shoot for, you've got to put the work in. Hustle doesn't come for free, guys. We got to work it. We got to make it happen. It's not going to drop in our lap and just magically appear one day. You're going to have to get out there and do it. And trust me, you will start to see a difference in those monthly commissions. Again, I'm your cheerleader, I'm your support, and most importantly, I am in this with you. I am doing this right along with you guys. I am not a director yet. I am working towards building this business, maybe eventually to be that full-time income. Who knows? Who knows? But even if it's going to be a really awesome part-time income, I'm going to be perfectly happy with that. And I just want you guys all to know that I do believe in you, regardless if you're on my direct team or not. I believe in you. Now I'm here to help. So every single Tuesday night at 9:15 Central Standard Time is when I do these weekly Google Hangouts. I do them live. If you would like to be included in the live link, all you need to do is shoot me your email, and I will be more than happy to add you. If I could speak, you do need to have a Google account, so a Gmail account or something like that, to be able to log in to do these. But that's free, of course, to sign up, so you can very well do that. And if you've got a YouTube login, it's going to work the same. It's all connected. So you can join me for those weekly trainings. You'll get an email with the link in it, and that way you can go directly to it and be invited that way through Google+. You can grab me on Instagram at jduran1313. You can follow me along on Facebook at /Jacqui.meltingpot. You can also grab me on Pinterest. I happen to hang out there a lot. That is my me time, so that's where I'm at a lot of the time. /my meltingpot there on Pinterest. And of course, like I said, to be added to my Google Plus circle so you get this notification every week, just send me a quick email to meltingpotsense@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to add you. You can just put Sensi as a subject or something. I don't care what you do, but just, say, hey, add me or something. I don't know. And I'll know to add you to my Sensi circle. So let's go back here. There I am. Hi. I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. Okay. So the best way to keep on track with your goals, write them down. Write them down. Can you guys tell I'm visual? I'm totally a visual person. Write them down somewhere. Make it visible. Do it in a place that you're going to be able to see it. So by keeping it visual, it's going to be that mental or subconscious reminder to keep yourself on track. Maybe your goal is lead, right? And what do you need to get to lead? You have to have $500 on PRV. You've got to at least have 1 active downline, and you've got to have at least $1,000 together as a team in that group wholesale volume, right? So write those three things down. If you want me to forward you my PowerPoint, I'm more than happy to do that. Just, again, shoot me an email. More than happy to email it to you. I can do that for you if that helps you at all. Find an accountability partner, right? Like my friend Jessica, she'll keep me accountable. If I, text her and be like, hey, I'm going to make sure that I get $500 in sales this month, or 1,000, whatever it is that I'm shooting for. I want you to keep me on track. So, can you, send me a text once a week and say, hey, what did you do? And kind of make sure that I'm working my business consistently. It can be somebody on your direct team. It can be somebody on your downline. Maybe it's somebody that just joined your team. It's perfect. I love when consultants join and then they get a team member very quickly after that. Some people get very nervous about that. I don't. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great opportunity because you automatically get to buddy up with somebody and literally have that partner to kind of do it with them and do it together. Walk through those steps together. Why not have a partner in all of this? It can be a really great motivation tool for you and for them. When you're bouncing ideas back and forth, then you're going to learn a heck of a lot and you're going to be more motivated and you're going to stay more on track with things. Create a dream board. Go old school, guys. Run out to Target. I don't endorse Walmart, but run out somewhere. Grab yourself some poster board. Grab some old magazines and put that stuff up with some glue sticks and make it all pretty. What is your dream board? Do you want to go on a vacation? Is it the Christmas holiday fund that you want to start saving for? Is it being able to afford your car payment? Maybe it's to upgrade to a new computer or a new phone. Maybe you're like, man, I really want the new phone. It doesn't have to be something fancy and dramatic. It can be whatever it is that you need it to be, right? Put it in your dream board. What do you want? It's that visual reminder, that visual cue that you can look at every single day and go, yeah, I see you. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And by looking at this compensation chart, if you want to sit down and really start plugging numbers in to see, okay, if I want to be able to make $500 a month in commission, what do I need to do? Okay, that's the talk that you need to be having with your sponsor and director. Okay, set up a Google chat, do an email with them, meet in person if you can, if you're local, a phone call, do a conference call kind of thing, 3-way call, whatever. Get on the phone, talk to these guys, okay? They're there to help you. If you're on my team, don't hesitate, reach out to me. Let me know what your goals are. And I love it when my team shares their goals with me because then it helps me be able to cater to say, okay, this is what she wants. This is what she wants. So how can I help them get that? That's my job. That's what I'm here to do for my team. And so that is what your sponsor and your director and or your superstar director, going up the line with your upline, those people are there to help you just as, much as I do, but, I've got a team too. So I'm more than happy to help everybody. But I am one person. So, don't hesitate to reach out to your sponsor or director. I promise you they're not going to get mad if you say, hey, I've got a goal. What do I need to achieve it? I don't think they're going to run away from you. If they do, you let me know because they should not run away from you. So to kind of wrap things up, again, this is your business. Your business. You make the rules. You're the CEO. You get to make all the amazing decisions. Make the decisions. So find the time to sit down and decide what is your why and what kind of consultant are you? Are you a hobby consultant? Are you a part-time consultant? Are you a full-time or do you want to be a full-time consultant? Where do you fit in that category? Okay? Write those two things down. Your why, what you work for your commissions every single month. Maybe it's just to help pay the bills. Maybe it's to, like I said, pay the car payment, buy a new phone, put it away for paying off your credit cards or the vacation fund or the holiday fund, whatever it is. Whatever that is, make it specific. The more specific your goals are, the more easier it is to shoot for them and to be able to, again, get with your sponsor, get with your director, get with your accountability partner and say, okay, this is where I need or I want to be. So this is what I'm shooting for. I need your help in getting there. How can I get there? Have that conversation. The sooner that you start identifying what your why is and the quantification of what it is that you need to achieve your why, then the sooner you're going to get there. It's plain and simple, guys. It truly is. You have to set your goals, line it out, your why, and what it is that you need to get to that point to make that why happen. And then the sky is the limit. You can open it up and you can, again, share that with your sponsor, with your director, make those plans, plot it out. The visual PowerPoint, like I said, more than happy to send it to you if it's easier to go through it that way. This video obviously is available for playback on YouTube, so feel free to rewatch, pause, rewind, go back, screenshot it, whatever you need to do. Hopefully that will help you out a little, and I didn't confuse you too much. This thing confused the heck out of me for quite a while, not gonna lie. But you can do it. You can totally do it. I'm here to cheer you on. I'm here to help you. If you guys have ideas, like Jessica, on different things that you want to hear about, talk about, maybe it's achieving certain things, getting to certain parts of your business, expanding, whatever it is, shoot me the ideas. I am more than happy to add different agendas in for these weekly chats. So we're only in week 26. We've got some more weeks to go. So let's fill them up with the good stuff. Let's get in what we want to get in. I want us all, by the end of the year, to come out of this series and be able to go, I feel so much more self-confident. I feel so much more like I have a purpose in what I'm doing with this Scentsy business, and I have a drive, and I have the motivation, and now I have the tools to put all of those pieces together and make this what I want it to be. That's what I want for all of you. Okay? It is. It is. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you continue to have a good rest of your week. If you live in the Midwest like I do, I'm here in Kansas City, we're getting rain for the rest of the week. So I'm just going to gear up and hope that I don't come out looking like the Lion King at the end of it, because I'm the gal who has the naturally curly hair. This straightness does not come naturally, and it's even really all not that straight because this is obviously the end of the day. And yeah, do you see this? Do you see what's happening over here? I don't know what's happening over there. But with the humidity and the rain, usually I end up looking like Lion King by the end of the day. So if you see me looking like Lion King, it's because it was raining. But this weekend's supposed to be really nice and warm, so I plan to spend it at the pool with a cold beverage. And one of these days I'm going to find a cabana boy who will bring me cold drinks all day long while I sunbathe, and then a nanny to watch my 5-year-old swim. It's going to be awesome. Step out of my dream world, and we're done. Anyway, have a great rest of your week. Again, if you got ideas, shout them out to me. Comment if we're here on YouTube. Comment and leave them for me. Email me. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram. If you want to see that slideshow, let me know. And we'll go from there. And until next week, unless I have a fun video that I might throw in, maybe I'll throw in a fun video this week. Maybe I'm feeling frisky. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Until then, until next Tuesday, hope you have a great week. Peace, love, happiness, and I will talk to you all soon.